Are you tired of the 9 to 5 grind? Imagine making money while you sleep, traveling the world, and having a lot of freedom. Airbnb might just be your golden ticket to escape the rat race. In this video, I will show you why Airbnb is the perfect fit for you to leave the 9 to 5 rat race behind and live life in your own terms. So we'll start off with passive income potential. Airbnb is uncapped passive income potential, whereas your 9 to 5 job is got capped income. So if you run any business, your passive income is uncapped. The money you can make is uncapped. So let's talk about the passive income potential on Airbnb. So one Airbnb property, this is a property you don't own, but you control it and you can make money on this property. So you can make about 800 to 1,000 pounds on each property. And when I'm talking about 800 to 1,000 pounds, I'm talking about profit on that property. So that's like passive income potential on that one property. Whereas in your 9 to 5 job, you've got a fixed salary which comes in every month, and in that fixed salary every month, the government takes its share of taxes. You've got NI payments which go out. You've got like a lot of taxes which go out, and it reduces your monthly income. Whereas with this business, you can offset some of those taxes into expenses, into a lot of things, which leaves you with a good profit at the end of each month. So we spoke about having just one property. So imagine now scaling up the business model to, let's say, 5-10 properties, and each property is making 1,000 pounds profit. But whereas if it's now 10 properties, you do the maths yourself. I'm sure you're smart enough to. The next thing is about flexibility and freedom. So with this business model, you can actually run it from anywhere in the world. You've got people who are living in Dubai running Airbnbs in the UK. You've got people living in the UK running Airbnbs in South Africa, Dubai, America, all over the world. You can actually run this. So when you run the business remotely, that will give you freedom for you to travel, for you to spend time with your loved ones, for you to spend time with your family and friends. So you can actually be anywhere in the world while your business is making you money from anywhere. The other thing is, with this business model, it's a very low barrier to entry. Well, what I mean by low barrier to entry is you can actually start this business with very, very low minimum capital. Yes, you do need money to start this business, but the capital is not as much as actually buying the house. So with this business, there are actually 3 ways you can actually start this business. Either buying a property, which will consume a lot of your capital, or you can actually start this business by arbitrage way, which is rent to rent. So with the rent to rent, you are controlling someone's property. This is the most common way in the UK to start this business model. Or you can actually start this business model with co-hosting or managing someone's property. But for this specific video, because if you're into 9 to 5, you've probably saved up, and the best way for you to start this business model is rent to rent, which is rental arbitrage. If you haven't saved up a lot of money to buy your own property, with the rental arbitrage, the amount of money which I advise my students, my mentees, everyone who works with me is 6,000 pounds. And they were like, oh, what's the breakdown of 6,000 pounds? We see a lot of videos, other coaches, other mentors are saying you can start this with 0. If you hear a mentor or a coach say you can start this business model with 0 money, just run away from them. How is that possible? Imagine if someone has got 0 money, how many people will be starting this? You need a bit of money, my friend, to start this. And let's break down the 6,000 pounds. We'll use the example of the Midlands of central UK. So we'll take Birmingham as an example. So probably your 2-bed or 3-bed house in Birmingham, the rent is about 1,200. Yeah, after you pay the rent, you probably pay also a deposit to that landlord, which is about another 1,200, because deposit is usually 1 month's rent. Yeah, sometimes you can negotiate with the landlord not to pay the deposit, but for this example, we've assumed you are gonna pay this deposit. So these totals are 2.4. With the 2.4, let's say you furnish this property at 3.6, that brings you to exactly £6,000 for you to start this business model. So you need £6,000 to start. Otherwise, who's going to pay the rent for the property? Who's going to pay the deposit? And who's going to buy the furniture? If you don't have that. But rest assured, sometimes this £6,000 doesn't have to come from your pockets. This money could either come from investors, people who've invested in you, or this money could come from credit cards, or this money could come from loans, But either way, you need money to actually start. But yes, it is a low barrier to entry. You don't need as much money as buying a house, because if you are buying a house, you need a deposit, and you need to pay about 25% of that. So if you're buying a house worth 200,000, you'll be paying 50,000 as deposit. After paying 50,000 as deposit, you need to pay stamp duty, solicitor fees, you need to refurb the property, you need to put furniture in the property. All those costs could end up adding up to 100k. But whereas you've got 6k there, and in terms of profits, in terms of the amount of money you'll be making, is the same as someone who's bought the house or someone who's actually renting out the property from a landlord. The next thing is actually scalability. So for this business model, for it to work in your favor, for it to give you that time, location, and financial freedom, you need to scale. One property is not going to cut it. One property is not going to give you that enough cash flow for you to leave your 9 to 5. So an average UK salary at the minute, it's around £2,500 a month, I think, before tax. So after tax, maybe it comes up to 1.9 or 2,000. This is an average UK salary, 1.9 to 1.8. So if you've got like three of these rent-to-rent properties, and you're making £1,000 profits per month on them, so you've already surpassed the average UK salary. You're now making 3k a month on these rent-to-rent properties. This is just an example, my friend, because sometimes the properties are 100% occupied, sometimes they are 50% occupied, so it just varies. But you can learn skills, tactics to actually make this 100% occupied, so you continuously making that £3,000 per month profit. But like I said earlier on in this conversation, if someone says you don't need money to start this business, run like hell from them, because they are lying to your face. Then the next thing, obviously, we spoke about scalability. For this model to work, you actually need to scale up. Otherwise, you won't be making that £3,000 for you to quit your 9 to 5 job. The next point here is what's better, short-term rental versus long-term rental. So I mean, for you to quit your 9 to 5, the easiest and fastest way is you want to be sticking to short-term rental, because with the short-term rental, you are getting paid per night on a nightly basis. So if someone stays in your property, they are paying you 100 to 150 to 200 pounds per night. Whereas long-term rental, that someone is paying you once a month, and that someone could actually be in a financial difficulty as well, and maybe 1 month they delay payments, they do that, all this kind of stuff. Whereas with short-term rental, they are already paying you as soon as they check in. They pay you before they stay, so which is a good thing. Whereas with the long-term rental, if someone delays payment, it's hard to just evict them, especially with the new labor laws which came in. Like, it's making it harder to evict tenants all the time. So the short-term rental is the fastest way for you to leave your 9 to 5 job and start living life in your own terms, with financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. Before we go any further in this video, I want to show you an example of this house which I'm actually recording in today. So this house, we purchased it back in 2020 during COVID, but we ran it as a short-term rental. So this is just an example, but I've got other houses in the portfolio which we do rent out from landlords. But this is an example for you to show, like, to see what's possible in this business model. It's either you can purchase the properties or you can rent them, but this video was specifically targeting people who want to be renting the properties. But there is no harm in me showing you what we do in my business, in my portfolio. So welcome to this apartment, which I bought. I bought this apartment 5 years ago, so in 2020, just during COVID. So when you come in, you see this was a 2-bedroom. This is a 1-bedroom apartment. So this was the original kitchen, but we converted the kitchen and made it a diner and also a kitchen. So we'll show you the other room. So the other room, we made it a bedroom. So there's no lounge or anything here. There's no extra lounge. So yeah, so people can come in, the guests can come in, relax here. And there's 2 remotes here for the TV. They can watch whatever they want, Netflix, football, YouTube. So it's all up there. Then if they are cooking, so this is the cooking area. You can see this is the cooking area. It's fully equipped. It's got everything. The oven, the cooker, everything is there in the cooking area. And yeah, so in the drawers, there's everything like glasses. So it's like a fully equipped house. You've got every single thing you need. So for our service apartments, we give minimum. So we give minimum stuff to the guests as well. So there's like salt, sugar, teas, and coffees. So we just give that to the guests if they want to use, if they want to cook, they can use those things. So when you come in here as well, there's plates, pans, pots, everything you need here. So this is the what's this? This is the dining area, kitchen diner area. So I'm gonna come and show you the other room. So let's start with the bathroom. So this was the main bathroom and it still is the main bathroom. So in the main bathroom, you can see in terms of the design, my wife designed this, who's also my business partner. So we just decided to go for the white tiles and black. So, and everything, like the taps are black. So for 5-year-olds, they're still intact, you know, there's everything is still intact. So for what we do in the service apartment, we leave 1 hand towel for the rails. So there is 1 hand towel for the rails as well, but you just have to make sure everything is clean. And there is like toilet paper you leave for the guests. So yeah, so we leave like 3 toilet papers for the guests. So in the main bathroom, you've got everything. There's actually a shaving port as well. So you can see here that you've got a shaving port, so someone they can shave. There's a mirror with fancy designs, and yeah, extractor fan. And what another thing which we provide, which other operators don't provide. So we provide body soap and shampoo. So we've got shampoo as well to give to our guests. So these are refillables. So the cleaner fills this up, and yeah, that's it. So let's go to the bedroom. So this bedroom is the main bedroom. So it's got an ensuite as well. So this main bedroom, so previously this was, I've done a YouTube video as well. You can see this in detail. So this was a dining area, a lounge for the previous, when it was a 1-bed flat. So we converted this and made it into a bedroom. So you can see on our bedroom designs, I know hotels usually put white linen, but we do a mixture, you know. So sometimes it's like colorful bedding. You've got your 2 white towels there, you know, like, so in service accommodation, there is no rule to say everything has to be white. So the bad thing about white is if a stain is on it, you just have to throw it away. But with this colorful bedding, it's like some stains are not visible. Like, I mean, stains from, like, it could be like stains from anything, you know. So it doesn't have to be like you throw it away. You can just wash it and make, as long as it's clean, super clean, for guests to use. So yeah, you've got 2 bedside lamps here, another bedside lamp there. But look at this design. Look at this feature. So this was like a game changer. I think it made the room stand out. It made the room so nice. And so for this all, the radiator is here. So that's the radiator. It's an apartment. You can see the outside of it. And so because it's limited space, yeah. So we've got these, the rails, because this is optimized for short-term lets. It's not optimized for someone to stay all their life here. So for short-term lets, this is a make-do. You can use this to hang your clothes, your suits, everything. You can hang it there. We don't open this door because it's got a gas meter in there. So no one has got access to that. The guest doesn't need access to that. With all our bedrooms in this flat, you've got the TVs as well. You've got a TV, you can watch Netflix, YouTube, football, and whatever you want to watch, cooking channels. So because this is an ensuite room, so we've got the bathroom here as well. So I'll show you here in a second. So you come in here, you've got everything as well in the bathroom. You know, it mirrors the other one, which is next door to it, but this is private to the person who will sleep in here. And it's got everything. We've got the shampoos and the bath soap here as well, and fully equipped. Everything is fully equipped for service accommodation. You just have to make your amenities, all of them, like a hotel, because you're providing more like a hotel kind of thing in a house, in an apartment. So that's the most important thing. Let me show you the other bedroom. So in this room, you can sleep 2 people because it's a king size bed, as you've seen yourself. King size bed can sleep 2 people. Now when you come in here, you'll see the other bedroom. So previously in the other bedroom, when we did this, when we did this refurb, so this was original, the original bedroom. So we didn't do anything much in terms of the rejigging the layout. We just added extra features like the feature wall, did the whole refurb, painting and decorating and flooring, all the good stuff. So previously when I did this back in 2020, there were 2 single beds here. Then another guest, you know, so we always get ideas also from guest feedback. They were like, oh, you've got enough space to put 2 double beds. We never thought about that. So we actually tried it. We put 2 double beds and there's still enough space. So 1 person can sleep here, or 2 people, 1 or 2 people can sleep here. So this whole apartment, if there's fully capacity, 6 people can sleep, because 2, that's like 6 people, 2 on each bed, if they're sharing the beds, obviously. But if it's like contractors, they don't want to share beds because people are coming to work. 1 person on each bed, you know, so 1 person on each bed. So this apartment can sleep 3 contractors, 3 business people on each bed. So it's like 3 people as well, or 6 people if they're like friends or family and they can share beds. So we've got a desk as well, a workspace. So someone can sit here on the workspace. So like do work, you know. So even if someone comes in and they're working from home, so they can relax here, work from home. They've got everything. And this mirror, we bought this mirror for the ladies. So my wife bought this for the ladies if they want to do their makeup. So actually here we just need maybe to put another mirror elsewhere, but we just didn't know where to put the mirror. So we ended up buying this small one. So if someone is doing makeup and they just want to see themselves, or removing contact lenses, instead of going to the bathroom, they can see themselves here. But yeah, so that's the bedroom. Let me show you another little secret for service apartments. So with this one, probably you're thinking, where do the guests hang their clothes, etc. They'll hang their clothes this side. So this is where they can put their clothes. So I've got another rack which I'm gonna bring and I'll put it here. So they've got a visibility of racking to put their clothes. And also there's this place here with the coat hangers, they can put their clothes. So this is like extra stuff, because if maybe the guest washes clothes, and they can use this area. And for the ladies, there's a hair dryer, and obviously the iron, and I think the ironing board is in the other room. So yeah, then this is the cabinets. We call this the cleaner storeroom cabinet, whatever you want to call it, but you just have to keep these locked. And what do we keep in here? We keep all the extra linen, all the extra stuff. So you can see here, there's the cleaning products, there's the linen here, and also here there's extra linen. So this is the only person with the keys is the cleaner. The cleaners have got the keys for this, so we keep this away, and we always keep it locked, so the guest doesn't have access to here. Oh gosh, how do you lock it? Yeah, I'll lock it later. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. So yeah, so to summarize this, before we go back to the teachings, so this was a 1-bed flat. When I bought it back in 2020, we converted the 1-bed flat and made it a 2-bedroom flat. So right now it can sleep up to 6 people, which it's got 3 double beds, and if people are not sharing beds, so it can sleep 3 people. Look at it this way. Why is this better than a hotel? This is better than a hotel because imagine 3 people from the same team are coming to work in this area, and so they can rent out an apartment instead of renting out 3 rooms in a hotel. So one apartment would be like more or less the same price as 1 room in a hotel, because rooms in a hotel nowadays, they can range from 100 to 150 pounds, but you can rent this apartment on a nightly basis for 150 pounds a night, and you can house up to 3 people, or you can actually house up to 6 people if it's a group of family and friends and they don't mind sharing beds. You've got everything just like the hotels do. You've got the towels. You don't need to be packing your heavy towels. You've got fresh linen, so the linen is clean from a laundry company, specialist laundry companies. These laundry companies are the same companies which do linen for hotels as well. You've got the TVs in each room, you've got a lounge area, you've got a fridge, you've got everything which you can use, which is better than what hotels do. So yeah, let's go back to the teachings of this video. But before I go, if you are interested in what I do, and if you want to learn more and you want to start your own Airbnb service accommodation business, click on the link in the description and book a free discovery call with me. And on that call, it will be me, not another person, to speak to you. We can look at your journey, where you are and where you want to go if you want to start this business. And this is if you're serious, because I'm telling you, in 2025, you don't want to miss out. This business has got money and you want to be involved in this. So you've watched the video. Now I'm going to be showing you the next steps to get started and quit your 9-to-5 job. So the first thing you want to do is research and planning. So I want you to go on Airbnb and research on Airbnb if there are any listings in your particular area. So you can do this by going on Airbnb and booking.com. So that will give you more research to see if this model works where you actually live. Then you plan what you want to do. Do you want to like get like 2-bedroom houses, 3-bedroom houses? You want to plan for that, and also you want to plan for what types of guests you want to invite in your area. Are you inviting people coming for holiday? Are you inviting people coming into that particular area to work? So these are called contractors. So you want to do that research and you do that planning. After you've done all that, it's now time to call the landlords. You want to call and speak to as many landlords as humanly as possible, and the lettings agents. So where do you find these landlords? These landlords and lettings agents, you can find them on software platforms like Rightmove, OpenRent, Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace. There are many landlords who are there, who are eager to give you their properties. So you are the safe pair of hands to manage their properties for them. So if you can't find landlords, you can go straight to the lettings agents, because landlords have entrusted the lettings agents for them to rent out these properties on their behalf. Once you've done all these steps, next thing is list your property. So you want to be listing your property on all the OTAs. So OTAs are online travel agents. So you want to list your properties on Airbnb, Rightmove, Airbnb and booking.com, not Rightmove. Rightmove is for finding the property. So once you've done that, the rest is now marketing. So with the marketing, what to make your property stand out? So your property needs to have professional pictures, a clear description. So description will make it stand out, and a clear title, a catchy title will make your property stand out. So pictures, description and title, and also like SEO friendly optimization in your listing will make your property stand out. This is marketing, because at the end of the day, when people are booking your property, they don't go view it or anything else. They book it through the softwares by looking at the pictures. The next thing for you to actually run this business is you need to automate it and manage it like a business. So you want to be working above the business and everything is automated. So by automation, like the guest messages are going automatically. You've got plugins, you've got softwares in the business to actually plug in to run this as smooth as possible. You've got your channel manager, you've got automations in place, you've got your finance, accounting, everything plugged into the business. But remember, this is a hospitality industry, so you want to have the perfect customer service for you to be able to win in this business and quit your 9-to-5 job. By customer service, I mean you want to be welcoming guests, you want to be communicating very clear with guests. Also, you want to be giving them all the amenities which that guest profile requires, so if it's a leisure guest or if it's a contracted guest, there's certain amenities they always look out for. So you want to have those coffee machines for the leisure guests, because they love those things. So customer service is important in this industry. So yes, I know everyone has got fear in this business. So fear, one of my mentors once told me, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Yes, we might be scared to say, look, I know I'm watching this guy on YouTube, he's going yappy. It's possible to leave your 9-to-5, but at the back end, you've got fear to say, is this true? Is it too good to be true? But let me address those fears and we'll talk about them. Because even when I started, I was scared. I'm human as well. I was scared. But like once you get the knowledge, once someone addresses those fears and holds your hands for you to cross that bridge, that fear disappears. So I know one of the most common fears is I don't own a property. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't own a property, or why would someone trust me with their property? So just believe it or not, even if you don't own a property, you can actually start this business model. If you remember what I said in the beginning, you can rent out a property from a landlord, and with that property, you can put it on Airbnb and make money from that property, But when you're approaching these landlords, you want to have the correct information of what to say to them, and you want to be as honest as possible to tell them what you're gonna do with the property. But you've also you're approaching them professionally. You've got your business registrations in place, you've got your websites in place, you've got everything in place, and things which you can show them and give them confidence, and it's always a bonus if you're approaching the landlord once you've gone through coaching or mentorship, and you can tell them look, I've gone through coaching and mentorship, and you can leverage your coaching or your mentors portfolio to say these are the properties which we manage elsewhere, but I want to start my one in this particular city. So you can leverage that. So even if you don't own a property, you've never owned a property before, don't worry, let that fear go away, because that's false evidence appearing real. You can do this with someone else's property. As long as you control that someone else's property, you've got the correct permissions and correct contracts in place. The next fear is damages. What if a guest damages my property? Yes, those things do happen. I'm not gonna be behind the camera and lie to you. Damages do happen, but I mean, it's like 1 in a million, 1,0000, like all the zeros percentage of it happening. But with the damages, you can reduce the chances of the damages happening. So you can reduce the chances of damages happening by vetting the people coming to stay in the property. You can vet them, and you can also reduce the chances of damages happening by collecting a deposit. So if you collect a deposit, so we usually collect our 200 to 300 pounds for each guest who comes to stay in our place. I mean, damage deposit, even when you go and rent a car at a car rental place, they will collect a deposit. When you return the car, they'll give you that deposit back. It's the same things which apply into this business model. You can actually collect deposit, but on other platforms like Airbnb, they don't allow you to collect a deposit. So they've got insurances called air cover. Air cover covers you up to 1 million in guest damages. You just have to give them evidence the guest has damaged this, fill up forms, etc. Then you put it in the pipeline and you can make a claim there. But on booking.com, you can collect damages, so don't worry about damages. So also you've got things like a ring door camera. So ring door is always here on my board. So yeah, you've got a ring door camera, so you can put these things in by the door of your property. So if it's by the door of your property, you can see how many people are coming in and out of that property, how many guests. So the reason why you put this is because other guests are not honest. other guests are not honest. They'll book for 2 people, but you see 20 people turning up. So this thing will tell you, like, it will make a noise, dee, 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 dee. You know, like you see like 20 people coming in. You're like, wait, what's going on here? These guys only book for 2 people. Why is there 20 people coming? So you can, like, that will alert you there is a party or something dodgy going on there, and you can ring the guests, or you can actually get your security team to go kick them out before they further damage your property. But all these things are manageable, and you can mitigate the damages to your property. So let that fear go away, because there are things, and you can put systems and processes in place to mitigate these damage deposit. Then the next thing a lot of people have fear on is too risky to leave my 9-to-5 job. Yes, it could be too risky to leave your 9-to-5 job. That's why I always advise people, don't, like, once you've got your first property, don't say, yo, don't be like insulting your boss, you know, everything. Like, no, once you've got your first property, stay humble. You haven't made it yet. You know, once you make it and you leave your 9-to-5 job when you're scaling. So let's say, like I mentioned to you previously, average UK salary is about 1.9k. So once you've got your 3 or 4 rent to rents, you can now hand in your notice, resign your notice, or you can actually carry on working your 9-to-5 until you get to like double your salary, you know, or until you maybe double your portfolio. Because if you've got the correct systems and processes in place, you can get to 10, 15 properties while working a 9-to-5 job. It's very easy and it's doable. You know, you don't have to turn around and suck your boss as soon as you get one property, you know. So that will mitigate the risk of let's say if the business doesn't work out for whatever reason, like you've got a contingency, at least you can sleep at night, you can feed your kids, you know. No one is gonna be eating rice and milk and all that like every night, you know. The next fear which a lot of people have is market changes. Oh, what if the market changes? What if there's rules and regulations with the new government, Labour, Conservatives, all these things? You don't have to have fear of the market changes. I mean, when the market changes, the governments will introduce it, will tell us, okay, what do they want, you know? And most of these market changes are usually based on safety, you know, so they want you to be compliant with fire regulations, safety features, etc. Yes, there are market changes on tax regulations. So right now there's something called terms and VAT going on. So, but this will affect like big operators. So if you go like 1 or 2 properties, I mean, it's not gonna like be affecting you right now, but yet at the same time, it's not a concrete thing which is going on. So we just have to play by ear. But as a business person, anything happens, you know, like something which worked out yesterday is not going to work out tomorrow. You've seen the likes of blockbusters, you know. If you're old enough and you're listening to this, there was blockbusters where you used to go and hire DVDs, video tapes, etc. to watch now. But now everything is online. Everything, you will streaming things on Netflix and all that kind of stuff. The blockbusters business went out of business, you know, so they didn't adapt to the market changes. But funny enough, there is a story. Apparently the Netflix guys went up to them to say, look, can you do this? And they refused. So they didn't adapt to market changes. So as a business owner, you want to be adapting to market changes. You want to be in communities. You want to be getting someone who can teach you, a mentor who will be guiding you. Because if your mentor is an operator as well, that market change is going to affect them. You know, so you want to be having those. So don't go and learn this business model to someone who's not doing this, to someone with 0 units, to someone who did this 5-10 years ago. Yes, they did it 5-10 years ago, but they're not actually doing it right now. So the market changes will affect them. You know, the market changes won't affect them because they are not in the game. You want to learn from someone who's in the game, their skin is in the game. So for us, our skin is in the game. We've got 13 properties, 6 which are owned by us, and the other 7 are rented from landlords. We operate those other 7 on rent-to-rent basis, which is what I've been teaching in this video for you, which is that rent-to-rent is the easiest way for you to get out of your 9-to-5 job. And once you scale your rent to rent portfolio, you can actually start buying properties as well. So there's no harm with buying properties and renting them out on Airbnb. All these things which I've mentioned to you guys, I can teach you, I can help you start off. So if you're interested in learning from me and you want to be able to do all these things which I've explained on the board, and you want to quit your 9 to 5 job, you can click on the link in the description or in the comment section and book your call with me. Let's have a chat. On the call, you're going to be speaking to me one-to-one like this. I like the one-to-one conversations. I don't have anything else to offer but just to help you. Click on the link in the description and book your call, and I will see you on the next video.